Good evening. Welcome to our guided meditation session here at Vajrayana Institute. And I'm Wai Cheong. So together for the next hour, we'll be doing two meditations. And tonight, I thought we will explore the theme of conditions, how we can view meditation from the point of view of taking care of the different conditions. So quite often when we meditate especially if you're new to meditation, it's very easy to turn meditation into a project, something that we try to work hard at and try to be good at. And there is also maybe a tendency to think that by sheer willpower and determination, we can overcome all the obstacles and achieve a certain state of meditation, whatever we imagine it to be. And so we may have a tendency to push a lot in our meditation, to apply force, to get what we want. Yeah. And here I'm suggesting that maybe there is an alternative approach to meditation, one that actually requires less willpower, and hopefully eventually we can forget about this term willpower. It's about tuning into the conditions that is present in the moment in your meditation, and then working with those conditions. And as we get good at it, we become sensitized towards the changing conditions and become really good at skillfully adjusting and relating to different conditions. Of course, at different times of our life, different phases of our life, we will be confronted with changing conditions, not just within ourselves, but also externally in our life circumstances. So the first meditation, calm abiding meditation, we're going to look at it from the point of view of conditions. We can ask ourselves, what kind of conditions I can create that will facilitate the settling down of my body and mind, that will facilitate especially my attention to be able to fully engage with the object of meditation, or I usually call it the support of meditation, and to be able to go deeper into the meditation. And this is true, especially as we become more sensitive, we learn, become more mindful, and we can tune in and become aware of what are the conditions that we bring with us into the meditation. Yeah. So first conditions to work with is what would help our body to settle down comfortably into the posture, into the meditation. So usually there are two steps that I mentioned. First is a careful selection of the suitable posture, one that actually works for you, as opposed to one that you may learn or someone have told you is the ideal posture. We can put aside this image of an ideal posture. Just choose one that actually works for your body posture. And the other condition we can look at is how, and I recommend, by reconnecting our body and mind, by returning our attention to be in touch with our own body, that helps the body to settle down. So that is one set of conditions. What is the condition that will help the mind to settle down, help the mind to start to maybe let go of some of its reactivity or agitation? And I'm suggesting to be in touch with pleasant feelings, pleasant sensations that arise as a part of our meditation. So the more we are able to notice anything pleasant, enjoyable, and the more we are able to allow ourselves to be aware of those feelings, to actually enjoy them while they're here, the more it is we're able to help our mind to settle down. So having set up body and mind into meditation, what are the conditions that will facilitate our attention in engaging with our object of meditation and to go deeper into the meditation? So here we can look at it in two ways. One is a condition that will help the mind to continue release agitations, basically release excess energy. The mind sometimes is a bit too overactive. So how can I help the mind to release the excess kind of agitation, the stored energy? And we do that by focusing on, like for example, with the breath, we focus on the out breath. We're not doing anything in particular. We're simply observing the out breath, and each time we breathe out, we remind ourselves, remind our system to release. So that's all we do. So we are just setting up the conditions. Release, release, release. Instead of directly fighting against the agitation, instead of directly struggling against the agitation, we just come back and remind our own body as well as our mind to release and see what happens. Right? Alternatively, you may find that sometimes our mind, our attention has too little energy. This is when we start to slide off whatever it is we are meditating, slide off and become more and more dull. The mind seems to become darker, slower, and we start to drift towards sleep. And this is, of course, too little energy, not enough energy or engagement, to engage with the object we are meditating, to engage with what is happening now, and we're just sort of sliding. Sometimes maybe because we are too tired, or maybe we are too comfortable, we are too bit too relaxed, so to speak. Yeah? So we slide off. So in that case, what might be helpful is encourage our mind to engage with the object of meditation, to notice more details, and better still, to engage with something exciting, something interesting, something pleasant. For example, pleasant feelings that arise. Instead of simply just enjoying that feeling and then feeling more and more relaxed and letting everything go, sliding into sleep, why not notice those pleasant feelings? Notice the details. Which part of the body do they arise? What are their characteristics? What is their spread? Do they cover the whole body, one part of the body? Do they change? Do they intensify and weaken? And so on and so forth, to increase the energy of engagement. So let's do a meditation where we explore the various conditions and see what sort of effect will come out of it. Okay, so let's start by, first condition, of course, is to select a suitable meditation posture for our body. So feel free to sit on a chair with the back upright or on the floor if you're okay with that, on a cushion. You're also most welcome to lie down on your back, flat on the floor, hopefully on a mat or on a bed or a lounge chair or whatever. So take a few moments and allow the body to find its way into your posture. So within that posture, I invite you to become aware of sensations coming through from beneath the body, coming through from at the points of contact between the body and the seat, the body and the ground, so that we allow our body to feel it is resting on a very firm, stable, solid support. One that provides our whole body with a sense of balance, a sense of support and safety. And when our body, the natural intelligence of our body is able to acknowledge that, acknowledge the stability of the posture, we can begin a process of unwinding, loosening up, You can decide to let go of some of the unnecessary or extra tensions and contractions in the body. And given time, you may actually relax and settle down more and more comfortably into the posture. And then next, to further enhance the settling down of our body, the letting go of any kind of bodily reactivities, often in the form of tensions and contractions, holding of the muscles. We're going to invite our attention to come back to be in touch with our own body, with the sensations at the different parts of the body. Just a light touch, not much effort, simply reconnecting our mind with our own body, starting at the crown. See if you can become aware of sensations at the crown. Another way of looking at it, allow sensations at the crown to come into your awareness. You may notice a slight tingling sensation or a feeling of pressure, or maybe a sense of warmth or coolness, or maybe you feel nothing at all, which is perfectly fine. See if you can allow your attention to move downwards, reconnect with sensations in other parts of the body. Move forward into the forehead, into the face, so you become aware of sensations at your own face. If you do notice that you are tightening up some of the muscles of your face, see if you can consciously, gently relax those muscles. Welcome in a feeling of softness, of ease and comfort into your own face. Returning our attention to our own body, we allow it to flow downwards into the neck, to the throat. Notice sensations here. And then into both shoulders. We check in to see how our shoulders are feeling today. Maybe you notice certain discomfort, unpleasant feelings here, tightness, tension that not so easily released. See if we can simply recognize what's here and acknowledge it as such, and just let it be for the moment. Allow attention to continue down both arms at the same time. Feel free to move at your own pace, in your own way. So moving from the shoulder joints downwards in both arms. See if we can tune into the sensations in the arms, however subtle they may be. Noticing sensations in both arms, the upper arms, the elbows, the forearms, all the way to the hands, fingers, and fingertips. See if we can, now that we are aware of both arms, simply allow them to rest their weight comfortably on their physical support. So returning our attention to our chest. Once again, tune in and notice sensations here at the chest. We return our attention to the chest so that we are aware of sensations here at the chest, the lungs, the heart, and not just the front of the body, but also the back of the body. And then with a light touch, we allow attention to continue down into the abdomen so that we notice sensations here at the surface, at the skin level, at the muscles here, as well as at all the various organs in this part of the body. Take care to notice both the front and the back. With our attention gathered in the pelvis, pelvic region, so that we are aware of sensations here. And now that we are with the pelvis, see if we can mentally give permission and allow the weight of the pelvis, as well as the weight of the upper body, if we are sitting, to rest gently on its physical support. Allow attention to continue down both legs at the same time, starting from the hips, moving at our own pace. Just tune into sensations here in both legs. From the hips, continue down to the knees, moving at our own pace. Moving further down to the ankles. And then finally arriving at both feet. Resting both legs comfortably on the floor, wherever support they are on. We surrender the weight of both legs to gravity. So now that we have created a condition, reconnecting our attention with our own body, going from crown all the way down to the feet. See if you can notice whether this has changed anything within your experience of meditation, whether by applying such a condition, what sort of effects does it have on your meditation. We rest our body in this posture Allow it to continue to unwind, to release, to settle more and more comfortably into the posture. And now we rest our attention, our mind on the support, on an object of meditation that is appropriate or suitable for us. I usually recommend the breath, although it can be anything else. Coming back, attending to the breath sensations within our body, we allow ourselves to fully experience the in-breath and the out-breath. Coming back to the breath as a support for our meditation, breathing in. See if we can also invite our attention to come back to our own body, and especially to any pleasant feelings we notice within our body as the body relaxes, unwinds, loosens up. See if we can create a condition of attending to any pleasant sensations that arise within meditation. We notice those pleasant sensations, however mild they may be, and while they're here, we allow them to come fully into awareness so that we can enjoy them, we can attend to them. Tingling sensations of softening, of easing up, of unwinding. Any of those sensations that come across as pleasant, as comfortable, as nice. We see if we can engage our attention with them, to be in touch with them while they're here, making them a part of our meditation as a way, as a condition to promote the settling down of our mind. So coming back to the breath, making the breath sensations as a support for our attention. We can also, with the help of the breath or the support, to create a condition for body and mind to go even more deeper into the meditation state. And we can do so by noticing the out breath, breathing out. See if we can appreciate the feeling of release each time we breathe out. And just as we release the carbon dioxide in our lungs as we breathe out, maybe we can promote a deeper release for our body to release more and more of those tension and tightness, for the mind to set aside the different thoughts, memories, fantasies, or the words and images that preoccupy our mind. So coming back to your support of meditation, such as the breath, and with the breath, each time when we breathe out, mentally we can even say the word release as a reminder, such that when we hear the word release, a message is sent to our own body, our own mind. An option, maybe all you need to do is to release, is to unwind, is to untie, is to put aside the tensions, the tightness, the holdings. Put aside the words, the images, the memories, the fantasies. So coming back to the breath as a support. If on the other hand, you notice the mind is drifting on what I call the long road to sleep, towards dullness, towards darkness, towards sleepiness, which is quite natural. But if you want to work on that, then why not come back, rest the attention on the breath, and in particular the in-breath, breathing in. Imagine taking in fresh oxygen to energize our system, to uplift our mind. And breathing in can also be a cue to be in touch with what is happening here, to give more energy, to pay attention to the details of what is going on here, the details of that comfortable feeling, the details of that sensations of ease. Notice more details, especially of the pleasant sensations. Where are they located? What is the spread of the sensations? What other ways can you describe these sensations? And see if we can promote a greater, stronger engagement with what is happening here to arouse more energy. And then finally, I invite you to expand the scope of your awareness and check in to see how the body and the mind are doing at the end of meditation. Notice what are the effects of all those conditions we have mindfully created for ourselves, for our body and mind. Notice what are some of the effects that come forth from those conditions. ask ourselves, how is my body affected? How is my mind affected? Which of those conditions works really well for me? Which of those conditions don't work very well for me? And may anything that arise that is positive, helpful, we can dedicate. And may they somehow stay with us, linger in our body and mind, to create new habits and to continue to benefit us. Okay, so that is first meditation on calm abiding. I'm feeling very calm today. I think I'm drifting to sleep. So, which is also quite a normal thing that happened to us, and sometimes it can be a good sign that our meditation somehow feels so safe, so relaxing, so calming that our body is able to release. Both our body and mind are able to release. Sometimes a little bit too much. Yeah. And it's helpful to learn what are the conditions that we can create or we can bring forth that have a positive impact on ourselves. And it's through learning in this way in our own meditation practice that we enable ourselves to progress. So that is calm abiding. For the second meditation, what I have in mind, again, is about conditions. And this is on occasions when either within meditation or outside of meditation, we find that we are very much we're very agitated. We are caught up in particular reactions. We are reacting to something happening in our life, and strong emotions are triggered. And the mind, if we were to observe the mind is very preoccupied. Very concerned over what has happened or what will happen or what is happening, and lots of thoughts, spinning in our own mind. Along with those thoughts, of course, come different feelings, and likewise, our body also react to it in different ways. So, what to do with that when we are meditating? If that happened to us during our meditation, outside of meditation, at work or wherever we are, we find ourselves also caught up in such a storm of reactivity. How can some of the meditation technique we learned be helpful to us? So today I thought we can work with one conditions, just a simple conditions, not so simple to apply, but can be quite helpful. And that condition is it possible for us to return our attention to here and now, to this moment, and to touch base with the reality, especially the reality that coming through our physical senses. For example, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touch through our body sense. Is it possible to at least invite our attention to come back here and now, in this very moment, and this to the reality of the present moment, and to be in touch with something that is coming through our senses. And this can be a very helpful condition as a counterbalance to our reactivity. Because quite often, not all the time, but quite often our reactivity is fueled by thoughts, thinking. Of course, it's not just thinking, because the thinking comes along with it come emotions, different feelings, different bodily sensations, and so on and so forth. But a big bulk of our reactivity is in the form of thinking. Thinking could be in the form of remembering what has happened in the past, or imagining what will happen in the future, or the mind can be creatively bringing forth different scenarios. And also what we are doing is we are engaged quite often in a kind of narrative. We're telling certain story to ourselves, we're elaborating on it, and then elaborating on it, and then elaborating on it. In fact, if you were to pay close attention when we are reacting strongly in such a way, our mind, our attention is drawn very far from the present moment. Quite often our reactivity being preoccupied with could be the past or the future, are not very much in touch with what is happening in this moment. Precisely because of that, so in meditation or outside meditation, by creating the condition of reconnecting our attention to the present moment, especially emphasizing sensing through our physical senses, can be a good counterbalance, and could also introduce an element or a catalyst of change to our reactivity, especially when we are reacting primarily in thinking, in thoughts, reacting through words and images and memories and so on, which is like one step removed from our physical senses to our present moment reality. So in this next meditation, I'm going to invite you to, not so much to do it in order to get rid of the thoughts, but to see whether we can connect our thoughts with the physical reality coming through our senses, so that what we think and what we sense have some kind of establish a relationship, because that can have a helpful effect, helpful conditions to our thoughts. Thus our thoughts are able to be grounded in present moment reality, and that can have an effect of modulating our thinking, because sometimes our thinking can go way out. So it will be helpful to plan something that is relevant to what's going on here and now, to remember something that is relevant to what is here and now. So that sensing, mindfulness of what is coming through our physical senses in this moment, mindfulness in the present moment, can have a very powerful modulating effect on our thinking. Help us stay in touch with our reality instead of all caught up in a virtual reality that is created by our thoughts. So in this meditation, I'm going to invite you to explore what is the effect will come out of this condition of learning to return our attention to the present moment. We don't really have to stay in the present moment. And sometimes it's not up to us whether the attention stay or not. But at any point in time, we can always invite our attention to come back in this moment, come back to the sound in our surrounding, to listening, come back to the various sensations arising within our body or through sensing. So we are not so much using sensing to oppose thinking, but instead to join them together. So let's do a meditation together on this. So once again, create favorable conditions by choosing a suitable posture for our own body, especially if you're feeling tired, exhausted. There are days when there's a lot of things happen. Try lying down. The worst case scenario is we fall asleep, but that is perfectly fine in the scheme of things. Yeah, lying down allows us to achieve quite often a stronger degree of physical relaxation, which can be very helpful. So let's allow our body to adjust itself, to find its way back into our meditation posture. one that feels supportive, balanced, and safe. One that allows our back, our spine to assume a natural and comfortable position that does not introduce additional tension or pain into any parts of our spine, from the neck all the way down to the base of the spine. Feel free to close your eyes completely if that's helpful, or leave them open or half open if that works better for you. So having allowed the body to settle back into the posture, let's take the first few minutes of the meditation to help body and mind to once again transition back into the meditative state. And we're going to do that with the help of the breath. So you may want to start with a few deep breaths, breathing in and out deeply, and reminding yourself on the out breath to release. We allow the breath to settle back to its natural rhythm, such that the breath could be slow or fast, could be deep or shallow, could be long or short. And it does not really matter. We don't have to control the breath in any particular way. We rest our attention on the breath sensations within the body, allowing ourselves to fully experience the in-breath and the out-breath. And here we are going to give special attention to the out-breath, breathing out. We might want to say the word release in our mind, a reminder to our body and our mind that they can release. They can drop that particular tightness and tension. They can unwind it. They can loosen it. And likewise, the mind can release and let go of that thought, that memory, that image, that story. So spend a few minutes at the beginning of the meditation, relying on the out breath and coming back to it to deepen the sense of release. And then to go deeper into this meditation, to explore the condition of inviting our attention to come back, to be in touch with present moment reality through sensing. We can broaden the support of our meditation, such that beyond the breath, there are also other bodily sensations happening here and now. There may also be sounds in the surrounding. So sounds, bodily sensations, breath sensations, all of these that are happening in this moment here and now, all which we can be in touch with through sensing via our physical organs can be the support of this meditation. We invite our attention to come back here and now, to be in touch with sounds, with bodily sensations, and with breath sensations. Coming back to here and now, coming back to sensing, it's really not important to try to force our attention to stay. It really does not matter whether attention stay or go elsewhere, whether the attention continue to engage with the breath, or attention is drawn into thoughts, into memories, fantasies. What is important is now and then when we become aware that our attention is elsewhere, that we invite it to come back to this moment, to here and now, to come back to sensing. So coming back to this moment, here and now, be in touch with the body, with the breath, or possibly with the sounds in your surrounding. Come back to be in touch with reality itself. And observe for yourself what sort of effect it may have on our body, on our mind, on our thinking. So coming back to the present moment, at any point of time when we become aware that our attention is no longer here and now, attention is involved in thinking about something else, be it in words or images, be it about memories or fantasies. See if we can regard that as quite a normal reaction. But nonetheless, invite our attention to come back here and now, to touch base with present moment reality and see what happens. Okay, I hope that's a peaceful meditation. With July, VI is not having any of our usual teaching, but I'll be continuing with this online guided meditation through the month of July until the center reopen in August. So I still look forward to you joining me next week, same time, with the guided meditation. And so until then, I wish you to have a good week, and thank you very much for your attention. And good night.